OneyPlays with friends.
I was convinced girls had balls for the longest time.
Yeah, can we talk about that? Do they not?
Can we finally have this conversation?
I know, like, an upsetting amount of people that thought, like, the pussy was where the belly button is.
It should be.
Yeah, that's weird. No, I did always think, like, it was more front-facing than down.
I definitely had at least one, like, dream as a kid where I saw a girl naked and it just looked like a belly button. Like, it was in the spot it was supposed to be, but it didn't look like a vagina.
I have a really weird memory of one of the very, very first porns I ever saw. The girl's, like, this girl had a hole above her ass crack, and I thought that was her butthole. And, like, I don't know what the fuck it was, and like, no one's ever talked about it since, so I might have just fucking dreamed it or something. Like, no,
she had a hole above her
ass. A ventilation hole at the top of her crack. She had, like, a
dolphin hole above her crack. I swear to God.
Chris, are you sure you just didn't know where the pussy was and you thought the pussy was her?
It might have been my brain, like, just doing something weird and just, like...
Yeah, maybe you thought that hole was the vagina, and you thought... And you thought the thing behind it was just a special, like, extra hole.
She might have just had a really prominent ass dimple or something. But it looked like a fucking dolphin blowhole above her ass crack. And it confused me for fucking many years.
That would be really weird if your first sexual, like, experience or encounter
was just, like, with a freak and it confuses you forever.
Can we talk about sexual stuff at all on YouTube, by the way?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you don't start jerking off while you're doing it.
Even then, as long as you say it, yeah, as long as you say it's educational.
Yeah, it's educational. We're all learning about dolphin holes and stuff.
Yeah, no, I remember I got in, like, a ton of trouble because, like, one of my friends was like, dude, I typed in nakedladies.com and I saw naked ladies, and I thought that was so funny. And then I, like, told my parents about it at dinner, and they screamed at me. I will say, the first time I ever saw hentai, I thought it was, like, just completely a joke. Like, I saw this image of, like, Misty sucking Ash's dick, and I thought it was the funniest fucking thing.
It is pretty funny if you think about it.
And you're saying this was before you comprehended what sex was?
I wouldn't say it wasn't that I comprehended what sex was. I just didn't understand, like, the appeal of looking at that, like, from a genuine sexual perspective.
So you just thought it was someone making a joke.
Yeah, I thought it was someone making a joke where it's like, wouldn't it be funny if Misty sucked Ash's cock? And I was like, yeah, it would be funny.
That is the funniest fucking thought. Did I ever tell you my mom accidentally bought me hentai when I was like 13 or 12?
Are you talking about that anime movie that Tomar loves?
Or it's a Kadoji?
Yeah.
When did I say I loved it? I haven't even seen it.
You said it makes me grin ear to ear.
I definitely didn't say that.
No, it is really funny, that movie, because the dub is ridiculous. But my mom bought that for me because it had a big cool monster on the cover, and she was like, Chris loves big cool monsters.
Did she ever find out about that?
Nah, but I think they watch every few videos on here, so she'll find out now.
One day she'll realize the mistake that she made.
I love you, Mom.
We know you didn't mean it.
I know you
would
didn't
she
mean
be good humored if like you told her that, or would she get mad? Okay.
By now, I'd imagine she would be.
I don't think she knows what hentai is. I would never smoke weed, you know why?
Yeah, because
I'm above it. That's why. Because I don't need it. I don't need it to be cool like you, Lyle, okay?
What if I said I dare you and I removed all the little periods between the letters of dare?
If you put a clap symbol emoji between every letter, then maybe.
Yeah, if every letter has a clap. The more clap emojis you can condense into a statement, the more it makes sense. That's the point of Hideo Kojima, is that.
Is idioms and memes?
Yeah, I think so. That's like the whole point of Metal Gear Solid 2, right?
Is that Hideo's hideous, right?
Yeah.
It's that Hideo is one letter away from video.
Yeah, and he said, Hideo made this video, and then you're supposed to take that from it. I don't think I'm ready to cut this guy's arm off just yet. Not emotionally,
guys,
not physically.
The new meme of the year. Hideo Brojima, and put like a cool hat on him.
What, wasn't there some sort of Hideo video joke in the actual in Metal Gear Solid 2? Where it's like Hideo.
That's
Hideo
in Metal Gear 1.
That is Metal Gear 1. Okay.
It's when Psycho Mantis turns off your TV. It says Hideo at the top.
I see.
And every single person at the time was like, it's spelled video, actually.
Because at the time, no one knew who Hideo Kojima was. They just knew Metal Gear.
Hideo. That's how you pronounce it, Tomer.
Hideo.
Is it Hideo? Hideo.
No, it's Hideo.
I think it's Hideo.
It's Hideo.
Because the E would be pronounced et. That's how Japanese is transliterated.
I think
Here, I'm
it's
gonna go
definitely
pee. You
pronounced
guys can
Hideo.
please continue to argue about this whole time. I want a resolution by the time I'm back.
Hideo Kojima.
I'm gonna blast it.
You sounded like a real freaking guy there.
Okay,
I
that
am a
was
real
something
guy.
bad. Okay.
You sounded like a real human being.
Oh yeah, since Lyle's playing, him leaving means we're just dead in the water.
We can talk about him until he gets back. Can I call him a bag?
I mean, it's just really mean. It implies that he's old and wrinkly.
And he's full of either
I
nothing.
think it would hurt his feelings a whole lot.
He's full of stuff. He sinks when you put him
Not
down.
all bags are full of stuff. Some bags are empty.
My bags from school had rotting bananas at the bottom of them.
Was that really a thing that happened to you?
Yeah, my mom would always pack me a banana and a sandwich, and I put it in my bag full of books, and it would all get super smushed. And sometimes it would just like squish into the bottom. So a lot of my books just had bananas like in the pages.
Ew. Did I ever tell you about the Wendy's burger?
No.
There was just this like weird smell that had been growing over the course of like a year in my voice booth closet.
Ew.
Wait, you brought a burger into God's house?
Into his voice booth.
So what it was is it was a burger that I had like bought, like it was an extra burger I had, and I stashed it in my briefcase. And I never use a briefcase. I just had it that day because I was carrying something around with me. And so I like set it back in the closet and didn't touch it again for over a year. And there was just like a cheap Wendy's burger sitting there the whole time, like slowly rotting.
Oh, that sucks. I did that with, it wasn't a full burger, but I like drove through like an In-N-Out or something. And when since I was driving, like when I was done eating it, I just smashed it into, not really a glove compartment, just like a space underneath my stereo. And there it remained for like 4 months until I was like, what the fuck stinks in my car? And then, yeah, it was that.
It is satisfying to find the true source of a bad smell.
True stink of the source.
Instead of having to just be like, I guess it just smells.
Maybe, but like, wouldn't it suck if you fucking tore apart like your drywall or something? Like,
I feel like that's happened to a lot of people. They just lose a little piece of food somewhere.
And it turns out it was all coming from your neighbor's place all along or something.
yeah, your stinky fucking neighbors. No, the worst was like, I used to live in this fucking nightmare house that was like, it used to be an auto shop, but the guy fucking converted it into a duplex. And we just had such a fucking bad rat problem that like by the time I left, that place like reeked of death. Like it was, they would just get in the walls and like shit and die. It was bad, man. Like it got real bad. And because it was in the walls, it's like you can't really do anything about that.
I remember being a kid and playing some old like CD-ROM Lego game for Windows.
It was
like,
a Lego Island.
Yeah, Lego Island. There was
You
a
had
song
that?
called Brick by Brick. Yeah.
That game looks ridiculous.
God, this fucking guy took forever to kill.
Well, you did it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop doing it either. Fuck you, dude.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. You've come so far
Oh,
ever since
man.
the accident.
He's truly minced.
Yeah, that's so fucking satisfying.
You've talked about like how you were unclogging the toilet, right?
And I waffle stomped?
You waffle stomped it down. You broke the toilet. You slipped on the waffle. And
What's the term waffle stomp
when
mean?
you smush shit down the drain with your foot.
Oh.
Yeah, like you know, like the grate on like the drain of your shower.
Oh, I see. I thought it was just because of like the shape of like the bottom of a shoe.
That it's the most perfect description for that exact thing.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Whoever came up with it is a genius.
Yeah, and now everyone's gonna steal it from him, including us.
Yeah, we just did.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is exactly what you were talking
We've
about.
become the evil. This looks like Traverse Town.
It is.
Sing the song, Tomar, please.
The Traverse Town song?
Yeah.
How's it go?
Remember? It's a good song, even though it's really annoying.
I've definitely heard it for many, many hours, but
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like the first time you hear it, you're like, that's pleasant, and then the 9,000th time you heard it, you're like, I hate this. That was like my biggest thing with Nier Automata is that game never shuts the fuck up, and it has like 4 songs. And by the end of it, you're just like, stop!
One thing that ruins a lot of media for me is when they just shove music in when it's not needed at all.
Yeah, that game has like an overworld theme that has vocals in it.
Yeah.
So you just hear it like over and over and over again.
That's annoying.
I
I will say that Persona has a lot of that, but it never really wore down on me because they're really, I don't know, it's just because they're good songs.
I haven't played the new Person, but I tried playing Person 3, and that game reset the same track every time you went through a loading screen. So I heard the beginning of that song like...
How did they fuck that up?
I only played like Persona 3 for like an hour 12 years ago.
Me too, and I still remember being so annoyed with that it stuck with me. But maybe that's just me being autistic because I hate hearing like repetitive things.
I definitely played it for more than an hour, but I just remember like when I came to at least the assumption that like, am I really just gonna keep going back into the same dungeon over and over again for the entire game?
Oh shit!
Which I don't even know if that's the case, but that's what I thought at the time. And
what did I just do?
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, you threw down a little Princess Leia hologram.
Oh, that's like that's probably like the nudie mag in Metal Gear Solid.
That's supposed to catch.
Ah, that didn't fucking work at all. I really tried, guys.
Wait a minute! That walking barrel's walking!
It's okay. We know this isn't really a Metal Gear game anyway.
Yeah, I guess that's not the appeal of it. But it could have been.
I think like Star Wars is the greatest experiment of all time.
What about it?
Just the entire franchise?
Just like, how much can we spend on this thing and still make it as shit as possible?
I'm actually
Are you talking
baffled.
about just Disney Star Wars?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I really did think, like, at a point you just have so much money that you can't possibly make something bad.
Yeah.
And then it was.
That's the funny thing is like when too much money gets involved in something, like everybody wants to like ensure that, you know, their investments work out. And so I think people get a lot more meddlesome in general. And that's what ultimately kills that stuff. It's that sort of like filmmaking by committee that winds up going on. Where nothing is anybody's vision, everything's a compromise of a bunch of people's dumb ideas. And maybe 1 or 2 good ones thrown in somewhere.
Yeah. It's been said to death, but it is truly amazing that Disney didn't plan out a trilogy. They just made one and were just like, it'll be fine.
I know, right? They had invested like $2 billion in buying
They
it.
invested so much money and they still didn't even just be like, we need to nail this. We need to get this right. Let's plan it out and just make sure it's perfect. No, let's just shit it out.
It's really weird how universally hated it is. Like that last one, I don't know a single person who likes it.
I don't think it's universally hated.
It is.
The newest one?
I think it's hated among people that care about film. I don't think it's universally hated by audiences.
It's not universally
know.
hated, but it's definitely not universally like even acknowledged. Like most people don't even fucking talk about it.
I actually don't know a single person who likes that third new movie.
I think that's deserved, but I honestly... I think most people, it's like, it's Star Wars, I like Star Wars, and that's all they really need.
The newest one, like, it really, like, sucks itself off, too. Like, you've got to know who fucking Palpatine is, and you've got to actually, like, know Star Wars for any of that to even make sense. And then if you do know Star Wars, it's like, what the fuck is this? I don't know.
Them bringing him back was just like, oh, we're just like, we need fan service or we're fucked.
Well, I mean, like, I like The Mandalorian because it's just like...
It's its own thing.
It's its own thing. I'm not even a Star Wars person, and I can just watch it because it's just like, oh yeah, it's a new character in a new world, and I don't care.
What are you cutting up this time, you fucking asshole?
One of God's creatures.
It does have a lot of, like, what appears to be muscle tissue.
Yeah, I think they're, like, semi-organic. They have blood.
You guys ever eat armpit muscle? It's pretty good.
Wait, this is still alive?
Yeah.
In this sorry state?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just because you shoot someone doesn't mean they're dead instantly, dude.
This thing is like a neck.
If I get shot in the heart, how fast do I die?
That depends how much love you have in the rest of your body.
It kind of feels like it's trolling you now.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. I don't actually understand why so many games, they have like a 3/4 point that just sucks.
I mean, I think it's exactly that. it's when you realize a bunch of your game sucks, you're like, well, cram it in around the 3/4 part so that people already they'll get through it via the sunk cost
That's
fallacy.
a really good point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the perfect place to put all the shit of your game.
That's true.
And then still finish strong, so they have good memories walking away from it.
Yeah, I think this was supposed to be the kind of more pay attention-y stealth segment, and that just doesn't lend itself to 3 dudes squawking over a game on a couch.
You think I squawk?
I think you squawk. I would go as far as to say that. You sell yourself short. You're like, oh man, I quack at most. And I'm here to tell you, you squawk, dude, own it.
I was at first insulted, but now I feel degraded.
Yeah, welcome to being in a relationship with me.
I love it when you degrade me, baby.
It was a B. It's acceptable.
That's a good band
Above
name.
average, I suppose.
Degrading baby.
Degrading baby, it just melts away.
Degrading baby.
Degrading baby. Degraded baby.
Degraded baby sounds like a Kojima character.
It does, yeah.
He's
That's
just gonna,
probably the
he's gonna
actual
keep
name
making
of
the
little
most.
baby in,
He's gonna keep making the most basic names now, like Metal Man,
Yeah, he's
Big
got
Boy.
Captain Smiles, Happy Face, fucking Shit Adjuster.
shit adjuster.
I don't remember.
I like that.
Well, yeah, I like the idea of a guy taking a stiff shit and he just adjusts it with his hand, make it come out straight.
Yeah, I don't even remember what the fuck was Guillermo del Toro's character's name in Death Stranding. It was something like
It was like
Happy
my
Man
friend
or-
IRL.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah. What was it? It was like Laughing Man or like.
Yeah, that was it.
What the, well, no, was it?
Method Man.
It was belly rubber.
It's none of the.
Red Man. Remember Red
I think
Man?
Laughing Man's from Ghost in the Shell.
It was Treasure Trail.
I'm gonna look it up now. I give up. I'm admitting here that I gave up and I'm looking up.
It was the camera smiler.
Spacious House.
Oh, it was Spacious House.
Yeah.
I think it might have
It's
been.
just Dead Man. It's literally just Dead Man.
Oh, there
that
was
it.
one that was like Smiling Man or like Happy Dude. There was something
Then
like that.
that was someone else, because Guillermo's Dead Man.
They're all called something like that. Look up Death Stranding characters. This is important to me.
Slippy Toad.
Okay.
I know I'm thinking of somebody. There might be Laughing Man. Laughing Man sounded really right when you said
But
it.
like I said, I think that might be a Ghost in the Shell thing, where it was like the Laughing Man virus.
Oh.
Wasn't there like Point Break Man or like some movie title? Oh no!
Really?
Yeah, there was one that was like a movie title, like Bicentennial Man or
Point Break.
there was something. Die Hard Man. There was one called Die Hard Man.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
Yeah, there's Dead Man, Heart Man, and Die Hardman. Yeah.
I think Die Hard Man is the president.
Oh yeah.
It's something. Dude,
Or
what
no,
the fuck happened in Death Stranding?
I don't think he's the president. I think he's like the president's like number 2, but the president, he's the main guy giving you orders.
It's really weird. I don't like. I didn't make it very far in it, but I could see like.
I thought the story parts were kind of cool.
I kind of liked the whole just Delivery Man Simulator, just getting through crazy terrain without damaging your. I don't know. There's
One thing I will
something to
say is
that.
I've never played anything like it, which is saying a lot with like video games nowadays. You know what I mean?
I do want to. I want to at least applaud them for taking some chances and doing some weird shit.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, holy shit.
Yeah. All right. That was all I had to do. I just had to leave earlier. I had to pay attention. And you guys know that I have attention deficit disorder, and you still let me play that?
Do you really?
No, I don't know. Maybe. Who cares? Who doesn't nowadays?
I was formally diagnosed, but I'm also on Ritalin today.
Ooh. Tell us all about it.
Which means I'm just like a normal person, like you guys.
Isn't that what gave the Riddler his powers?
Yeah.
So you're gonna become one of those sick Batman villains?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna trap you in a maze and
Holy
make you
shit.
solve the riddle of the Minotaur.
The Minotaur. When I was a young kid, I always thought the idea of a Minotaur in a maze was really cool. I don't know why.
Did you?
Yeah.
It specifically made me because that's what the plot of the original Riddler episode of Batman the Animated Series was about.
Put him in a maze.
Yeah,
With a Minotaur?
yeah, with a robot Minotaur.
That's cool.
At least that's what I remember. I haven't seen that episode in a pretty long time.
When I was like 6 or 7, I had an obsession with like drawing these huge ass mazes. I don't know why. Well, yeah, I do. Tism, but it was fun.
Did your parents get concerned? Like, this maze phase has gone on too long.
I don't think they ever even noticed that. Did I ever tell you about the? I think I did talk about it. The stupidly huge tanks. Did I ever tell you about that?
The stupidly huge tanks.
Yeah, there was a kid in my class who would draw stupidly huge trains. Like he would draw trains with like little city domes on top of them.
Like that turtle? Like the mythology turtle?
He would draw trains and put these little city domes on top. Be like, this is the biggest train ever. It goes everywhere with the cities on top of it. And I was like, that is the coolest fucking thing ever. So I was like, I'm gonna one-up him and draw these tanks with little city domes on top of it. And my tank's gonna blow the shit out of his shitty-ass trains.
Did you tell him
Why
that?
didn't you just fucking like a normal kid draw yourself killing him?